What's up, brand builder? I'm Bonigala and welcome to another episode of the Brand Builder Show. In this episode, why fluff is your brand message killer. Time and again, I see so much fluff in brand messages and it really ticks me off. Fluff is nothing but stating the obvious, but using a lot of buzzwords and technical jargon. These fluffy brand messages pretend to showcase expertise, experience, and skill. But do they really? Let me start with a few examples of fluffy brand messages, and then I will talk about how to identify fluff in your own strategy or messaging. And I'll also add a few thoughts on why fluff is your brand message killer and how to avoid fluff and build robust messages. And then finally, conclude with a few examples of great brand messages, or at least brand messages without fluff. What is fluff? Urban Dictionary defines it as something vacuous, such as a verbal statement without any particular meaning or value. Irrelevant details that could cloud the issue of the main concern. Now, here is a quick example to open my argument from McDonald's mission statement. McDonald's brand vision is to be our customers' favorite place and way to eat and drink. Our worldwide operations are aligned around a global strategy called the Plan to Win, which center on an exceptional customer service, people, products, places, price, and promotion. We are committed to continuously improving our operations and enhancing our customers' experience. Can you spot the fluff? McDonald's claims that its global strategy is called Plan to Win, which is nothing but doing something that is obvious and things that are part of any chain of fast food restaurants. Without people to sell their products at any given place and at an affordable price, supported by their marketing and promotion, they would not have a business. So how could this be a global strategy? I mean, it could be, but it's about fluff we are talking about, and you can see deliberate fluff in this message. Now, another diabolic example of fluff in both strategy and messaging is from Barnes & Noble's mission statement. It says, "Our mission is to operate the best specialty retail business in America, regardless of the product we sell. Because the product we sell is books, our aspirations must be consistent with the promise and the ideals of the volumes which line our shelves. To say that our mission exists independent of the product we sell is to demean the importance and the distinction of being booksellers. As booksellers, we are determined to be the very best in our business, regardless of the size, pedigree, or inclinations of our competitors. We will continue to bring our industry nuances of style and approaches to bookselling, which are consistent with our evolving aspirations." Okay. To start off with, this mission statement and brand message sounds and feels so unsure and hints at insecurity on part of the brand. Why does Barnes & Noble want to be the best specialty retail business instead of being the best bookstore? Secondly, what do they mean by their aspirations being consistent with the ideals of the books that they sell? It is obvious that they sell all sorts of books on a variety of fiction and non-fiction topics. So how are they going to align with the ideals of all the books, their authors, their publishers, and so on? Then comes the kicker. Barnes & Noble is worried about the size and pedigree of their competitors, like Amazon, I suppose, and includes that insecurity in their mission statement. Finally, there is some fluff about industry nuances that are consistent with their evolving aspirations. Okay, so one final example to drive my point home is from General Motors. And here is the mission statement. GM is a multinational corporation engaged in socially responsible operations worldwide. It is dedicated to providing products and services of such quality that our customers will receive superior value, while our employees and business partners will share in our success and our stockholders will receive a sustained superior return on their investment. What is going on? What does GM stand for? What does it do? I thought they built automobiles. Is that the same as socially responsible operations? Also, GM says that they create high quality products which are superior value to their customers. Now, which is nice, but is that really a robust brand message? High quality and high value is expected by default. It is not something a great company like GM should be aspiring to or to be boasting about. So this mission statement is long, fluffy, and quite frankly, embarrassing. Now, don't put flames on me, but I feel it is embarrassing. So how to recognize fluff in your own strategy or message? Conduct a thorough brand audit of your brand message and strategy and help identify the fluff. Ask yourselves these brand mission statement and questions. Number one, is the message simple and uses a language that your target audience would understand and use in their worldview? That's the first question. Simplicity should be at the core of your messaging. Do not try to stuff your messages with pretentious words in the mistaken belief that your target audience would be impressed and would assume the best about your brand. The language you should be using should be what your target audience uses and understands in their daily lives. For example, if your messages have these words, evolving aspirations, would your customers or prospects understand what the hell you're talking about? Maybe, maybe not. You can't take the risk. Number two, does your message communicate the why? The why. Your message should talk about the why your brand exists and not simply an explanation of what your brand does. The latter is important, but without the former, your message lacks the emotional stir that is crucial for your message to make an impact. For example, simply stating that you create high quality products and you're the best in your industry and a global leader is simply fluff. There should be something about why your brand exists. Number three, is it concise, to the point, and powerful? That is a great question. Now here, I'm talking about mission statements. They should be precise with no additional words and extra words and fluffy jargon. They should be to the point, even if they do not sound sexy. The purpose of your brand message is not to be sexy, but rather to be understood properly and create an impact. It is about your brand controlling the conversation and the context. Number four, does your brand sound confident in its messaging? Do not let any insecurities come through your brand messaging. Some brands think that by acknowledging their weaknesses and their perceived greatness of their rivals, they're coming across as an honest and transparent brand that people would appreciate and their aspirations to be better. But this is rarely the case. Most often, the brand comes across as insecure and weak. I'm not talking about arrogance in your messaging and claiming to be industry leaders when you're clearly not. That would be fluff again. No, I am referring to your messaging, talking about why your brand exists and how it can help the prospect. That is important. Number five, is your brand message generic and vague? Now, if you look around, most mission and vision statements out there are quite generic and vague. This happens because most brands want to be many things to many people. They do not want to narrow down their focus in case they put off a section of the audience. This leads them to create statements that are very vague and perhaps hinting at a global leadership kind of a scenario, and perhaps even showcasing how they are superior by virtue of the use of high-sounding or abstract words. That never works. Let me give you some examples of decent brand messages. Some might call them great, you might call them decent. Let's look at eBay. It says, at eBay, our mission is to provide a global online marketplace where practically anyone can trade practically anything, enabling economic opportunities around the world. This message is concise, truthful, and fluff-free. It tells us why eBay exists, what it does, and how it can benefit you. Next, Google. Organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. A simple and powerful statement that puts Google's vision into perspective. Last, but not least, Walt Disney. They say, we create happiness by providing the finest in entertainment for people of all ages everywhere. Disney is not just about creating cartoons and films or selling merchandise at their theme parks. It's about creating happiness through entertainment. Simple, powerful. Anyway, I hope I've given you some idea on what fluff in brand messages is all about and how, if you don't check it, could kill your brand messaging. This is a very deep topic, and I know that this video may just be scratching the surface, but hopefully it enables you to start thinking about the topic and leads you to research and gain more knowledge about crafting the right kind of message for your business or company. Avoid fluff. I hope you found this episode useful. And if you have any questions about this topic, please hit me up on Twitter. My handle is @Bonigala, or leave comments below this video and I will surely respond. And finally, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Till my next video, take care.